Hey y'all, my name is Lolita Jackson. And in this video, I kind of just wanted to talk about like vitiligo and like how it started for me. So I first got vitiligo when I was 19 years old, and when I was 19, it was the craziest story actually. So like I cut my eye, and I really don't remember how I cut my eye, but I cut my eye and it like just started, you know, it was kind of a deep cut, and I don't even know how it happened, but I always wake up with a new scratch, a new bruise. Like I'm one of those types of people that wakes up hurt all the time. So I didn't think anything of it, but I had this like scratch in the corner of my right eye, and so it like scabbed up over time, and then when that scab peeled off, or I might have peeled it off, it was very white. So I was like, oh wow, ooh, I really like cut down to the white meat, right? So I was like, oh shoot, I kind of like really cut myself, is what I thought at the time. So some time went on, maybe like a month or two. That white meat didn't ever come back. Like it never like scabbed over again to get like a real repigmentation or whatever the case may be. So like it literally just like was white. And I was like, okay, that's weird. But again, I didn't really think nothing of it. So then I would say some months went by and it started spreading. So I was like, what is this on my eye? I didn't think nothing of it, but I was like, I don't know. The truth is, like, I didn't know what vitiligo was. I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't know anybody like truly that was affected by it. I really just had no real information about it. I was truly ignorant to it. So I truly just thought it was a scar that just wasn't getting better. And I do have scars like that on my body. They're like, I've cut myself when I was a kid and they've never gotten better. Like I cut my wrist. Not me cut my wrist, something cut my wrist. It was an accident. And that scar is still there to this day. So I thought it was just one of those situations where like, ooh, this might have just scarred for a really long time. But then over time, over like the next few months, it started spreading like all over my eye. And I do have makeup on right now, but it was like all over my eye, and I was like, that's weird. So I remember I went to the clinic and I was trying to get some tests done. I think I might have been trying to get an STD test at the time. I was 19. And the lady there, she was a black lady. She was like, I think that's vitiligo. And I was like, what? I was like, what is that? So she was like, yeah, I think this spot is vitiligo. She was like, is it anywhere else? And I was like, I don't think it's anywhere else. But she was like, yeah, let me refer you to someone. So she referred me to this other black doctor. She did mention like he's black and he specializes in vitiligo. And at the time, again, I'm 19, I was in college and I ain't had no insurance. So that was a pipe dream. I was like, oh, okay. And again, it was just like one spot on my eye that was spreading. So I really just didn't think that I didn't care at all. Over time, it got larger and larger and larger. And honestly, until I got my first like real job at like 21, I met this guy that I worked with. His name was Mike. And he was like, is that vitiligo? He looked in my eye and it was a lot bigger at the time. It had spread like kind of around my eye, kind of made like a crescent moon shape around my eye. He was like, is that vitiligo? And I was like, I don't think so. I was like, that's what they said. I was like, that's what they said, but I really don't know. So he was like, I have it too. And Mike was really light skinned. He was like a light skinned black man. He had kind of like almost red hair. You ever meet them black people that got red hair and they kind of look, you know, a little different? He was one of those types of black men. So, but he was really on the light skinned side. So he was pointing at his hairline, and I was like, what? I can't even see that. But he was like, yeah, I got vitiligo right here. Then I looked, I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. So it was like splashes of white right where his hairline was. So he was like, yeah, I go see a doctor up in Henrico. So I lived in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia at the time. And I didn't think anything of it. But I was like, well, let me go see, because the white spot was big at that point, and I definitely was thinking about it. So I went to the doctor. I had insurance. I was like, let's go. I went, and of course, you know, they looked at it, they did whatever, and they were like, yeah, it's vitiligo for sure. And then I was like, oh, okay. So they were like, we can do creams, we can do, you know, laser, we can do this, we can do that. And I was like, for what? Like, what's going on? I didn't know anything. I was so ignorant to vitiligo that I didn't know what it was or how to treat it. I honestly didn't care. I didn't care. It was so small and I just really truly did not care about it that much. I was trying to cover it with makeup a lot, so honestly it just didn't matter that much. But when they mentioned it, I was like, okay. And then like I would always have certain people comment on it. Like they thought it was either something on my eye, and I know my mom, she was worried about it. She was like, what is that on your face? And I feel like a combination of like Mike mentioning it to me, me going to the doctor, and then my mom having such a problem with it, I instantly was like, okay, well maybe I'll try some treatments. So they gave me a cream, and I'll have to go look back and see what the creams were. Or maybe I'll make another video on like all the creams I've taken for vitiligo, and like which ones don't do a bleep 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 thing for you, and some that like I've seen some differences and changes, and then my fears behind some of them, because some of them are straight up steroids, which if you know anything about steroids, they can make you really sick later or instantly, but like later they can definitely make you sick. So I just wasn't really into creams that really didn't have that much of a benefit. But then the laser treatment came up, so we're talking about the laser treatment, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, whatever. So the lady was real clear with me. She was like, it's a really long process. She was like, you may not see anything change for 25 sessions. And I was like, okay, 25 sessions, okay, whatever. 2 years. 2 years of treating one spot on my eye. 2 years, and I finally got a spot. One spot back. So one spot on my eye started turning brown again. I was like, oh my God, it does work. So eventually, I would say probably in about 4 years, that spot turned back brown. My entire eye came back to color, but it took me almost 4.5 years to get that color back in the eye. So I went to laser treatments very often. It was not 25 treatments, okay? I think they have to say that for insurance purposes and just to lie to you so you'll come back. Like, it's kind of nefarious system, but I will say it did work. Now, while that happened, of course it spread. I'll do another video on like where all my vitiligo was, where it is, and where it's going. So it's all over my body now, but of course the main place are my hands. So I do have it on my hands, and it is coming on my feet. It's kind of like all over, but for the most part I am just this color, this black, brown, dark skin color. I grew up dark skinned, and you know, if you know anything about vitiligo, it's most affected in black people, like African or black people and black American, whatever. Black people are affected, and Indian people are mostly affected, but all races can be affected by vitiligo. You just may not notice it on certain people, right? So like if they're white, you just may not notice it. Even with Mike, the black guy I was talking about that was really light skinned, I really didn't notice his, but it existed. So yeah, I was 19 when I got vitiligo. I did get some treatments. I still get some treatments. And I got rid of a whole spot. Like I got a whole spot to come back. I've gotten success in other areas as well. But over the years it has gotten back. I won't even say worse. I started saying things like worse, and I think that's the worst way to talk about something like that. Like any disease, first of all, but definitely like autoimmune disease that you can't control. Like I'm trying to get to a better place about the love that I have for myself and the things I've been through. So I am trying to stop saying it got worse, and I'm just trying to say that it's changed over time. It has changed over time. I think in another video I'll show you, maybe like I'll put like a body map up and like let you know like, oh, this is where I've had it, this is where it is, this is where it's growing, because it truly is all over my body. And again, I have face makeup on now, but it is on other places in my face as well. So stay tuned for more videos about vitiligo. Again, it's not even really like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it can be detrimental. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to let you know I haven't been depressed and devastated, and that it hasn't affected my relationships, the way I talk to people, the conversations that I have to have with different men and partners that I'm with or potentially going to be with. Like, it's definitely a big thing. Like, it affects so many things in your life that you wouldn't think about. And I've never really heard anybody talk about it, so maybe I'll be one that does on camera. So thank y'all for tuning in. I hope I see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.